Good morning to each and everyone. My name is Juhaima Mukhtar and my topic for today is about the drama in the classroom. So our learning objectives is at the end of this lesson, the learners will be able to encourage their interest in and motivation for reading and also to expand their vocabulary, develop and determine their critical in reading skills and comprehension. So, ano nga ba yung drama in the classroom? So, research reinforces the notion of a positive relationship between action-centered experiences with drama and learning to read, says Cox. UK found that reading readiness scores on the Gates McChinnett readiness test were higher for a group of 5-year-old children who participated in role-playing activities that involve story dramatization and problem solving through dramatization than those which did not do any dramatic activity. So, for short, sa pamamagitan ng dramatization o pagganap ng mga kwento ay dapat masaya at magiging mas interesado yung mga mag-aaral o ng mga pupils sa pagbabasa at pagdrama. So, kapag ginawa ninyo ang dramatization ay nagiging mas madali ninyong maintindihan at maalala yung mga kwento. So, meron tayong dramatization of literature has many values. So, yun nga, meron daw tayong mga mahalagang bagay tungkol sa dramatization ng literatura. So, unang-una is to encourage interest in and motivation for reading. So, yun nga yung nakalagay sa ating learning objectives is to encourage interest. So, to encourage our pupils to have an interest and have a motivation for reading. So, kailangan natin i-encourage yung mga bata ng mga pupils na magbasa and also bigyan sila ng interest and motivation sa pagbasa. Pangalawa is to expand their vocabulary. So, kapag sa dramatization talaga is ma-expand dyan yung vocabulary ng mga bata. Pangatlo is to encourage the development of critical reading skills and comprehension. So, kailangan din natin i-encourage yung pagka-develop ng kanilang critical reading skills and also the comprehension. So, importante yan. And, pang-apat is to encourage guided, extended reading. So, kailangan ay mas marami yung pinababasa natin sa mga bata and also to push them to give them a motivation to read. Panglima is to encourage lifetime readers. So, ito ay nagpapakalakas din ng pagiging lifetime reader. So, yung pag-encourage natin sa kanila ng pagbasa ay pwedeng may ma-influencean tayong maging lifetime reader. So, meron tayo ditong optimal use of the drama as a teaching technique to develop critical reading and comprehension. So, si Cox yung nagsuggest sa mga sumusunod. So, unang-una is to provide a model for a comprehension processes by reading and interacting with the story or play. So, kapag i-discuss natin or ituturo natin sa mga bata kung ano nga ba yung dramatization or ng story or kukwento tayo sa kanila ng isang story, ng isang kwento or ng isang drama is dapat meron tayong example which is yun yung mini dito na model. Pangalawa is to stimulate guided discussions of stories and plays and practice questioning techniques to help the pupils further understand what they have read so they can quite literally act. So, dapat dapat din ay magkaroon ng guide sa pagkukwento o pagdidiscuss natin ng kwento sa mga bata para rin and also dapat kailangan din while nagdi-discuss tayo ng isang kwento or ng isang drama is nagtatanong din tayo sa kanila. Magbigay tayo ng maraming tanong para makita natin kung naintindihan ba nila yung story and also nakafollow din sila sa story na yun. Pangatlo is magbigay din ng feedback sa mga bata na connected sa story na yun. So para rin mapalakas yung pagbabasa nila o pag-unawa nila sa dramatization, sa drama. Pang-apat is maglaan ng oras para sa practice. So, kailangan talaga magbigyan ng oras yung pagpapractice nila para rin, number 4 is maglaan ng oras para sa practice nila. Kapag mag-practice sila is kailangan may oras sila dyan para kapag i-perform na nila yung story or ng act nila is prepared na sila sa kanilang performance. So, dito sa part na yan is merong mga ideally taught in the context of dramatizing literature. Yun yung mga pag-paraphrase. So, importante yung pag-paraphrase kasi paraphrasing has been read through discussions of the motivation of characters and how scenes should be played and what's actually happening during the discussion. So, dito sa paraphrase, diyan natin madidiscuss or ma-identify kung ano yung mga part or sino-sino yung mga characters sa drama na yun or sa story na yun, and also how scenes, kung paano yung mga scenes na kung paano nangyayari yung mga scenes sa part na yun, and also kung ano nga ba talaga yung nangyayari sa every part or every scenes. So, pangalawa is to identify and distinguishing between the main idea of a play or a scene and the details that are peripheral to the plot. So, i-identify din natin and distinguish between the main idea ng isang part or ng scene and also the details na connected sa plot ng isang drama or ng isang story. The next one is to understand story structure, plot, narrative sequence, relying heavily on skills of ordering and understanding the sequence of action. So, kailangan din natin yan intindihin and identifying cause and effect through analysis of character actions as well as events in the story and their consequences. So, kailangan din natin i-identify yung mga cause and effect sa isang drama or ng isang kwento through analysis of character action, yung mga character, and as well as the events sa story na yon. Next one is identifying with characters, evaluating their traits, perceiving their relationships, and recognizing their emotional and motivational reactions, and recognizing, understanding, and appreciating figurative language and multiple meanings of words and passages. So, kailangan natin i-recognize and also i-understand and appreciate yung mga figurative language or ng mga multiple meanings of words and ng passages of every story. Next one is encouraging the development of imagination, forming sensory impressions, and reacting to or tone. So, encourage din natin kung paano i-develop yung imaginations natin sa drama na yun and also to form a sensory impression. So, kailangan talaga natin i-practice yung mga impressions ng every character, ng nakuha nating character, and also the tones, kung paano natin masabi or ma-practice o kung paano tayo mag-react sa tone na yun. Last but not the least is interpreting and appreciating the symbolic use of language and literature. So, kailangan din natin i-interpret and also appreciate the symbolic use of language in literature. So, we have here the steps in dramatization suggested by Paraino. So, meron pala tayong mga steps for dramatizations na gisuggest ni Paraino. Unang-una is to divide the story into parts, scenes, or acts. So, kapag bibigyan natin ng isang drama o kailangan na i-act ng mga pupils na isang drama is first is to divide the story into parts, scenes, or acts. So, merong pagkakaibahan ng merong maliit na pagkakaibahan ng parts, scenes, or acts, pero magkakaparehas lang yan ng meaning. So, pangalawa is to name the parts. So, kapag ma-divide natin yung mga parts, scenes, or acts ng isang drama or ng isang story is dapat i-name natin yung i-divide natin ng mga parts. For example, it's part 1 in the house, part 2 in the forest, at iba pa. So, pangatlo is to list the characters in each part. So, kailangan natin i-list yung every character ng every part ng isang story or ng drama na ibibigay mo sa mga pupils na i-act nila. And list, number 4 is to discuss the setting of the story. Kailangan muna natin i-discuss yung mga place and time ng story na yun, ng setting ng story na yun. Panglima is to let the people choose the cast for the different parts. So, pabayaan mo na yung mga bata kung sino yung kung ano yung pipiliin nila ng cast ng every or ng different parts sa story na yun. And number 6 is to review the action and principal conversation of each part or act. So, kailangan muna nilang i-review yung every action ng story and also the principal conversation of each part or act. So, number 7 is to let the pupils give constructive criticism. So, pabayaan mo nang bigyan, so as a teacher, kailangan mong bigyan ng mga feedback yung mga bata kung motivation sa kanilang pagpapractice o pag-divide ng every character or ng cast sa kanilang group, and also pabayaan mo din yung mga pupils mo na magbigay sila ng feedback or ng opinions sa kanilang mga kasamahan. So, number 8 is to let the pupils choose the final cast. So yung mga bata na yung yung mga bata lang yung papipiliin mo ng final cast nila sa kanilang drama. And last but not the least is to allow time for practice and rehearsal until each pupil has thoroughly mastered his part and be ready for the performance. So, bigyan mo sila ng time for practice and also a rehearsal sa kanilang drama hanggang sa yung part nila ay ma-master na nila, ma-practice na nila, and then maging ready na sila sa kanilang performance na darating. So, I think that is all for my discussion, and we have an activity which is an essay. Why is teaching literature to children is so important? So, bakit daw yung teaching literature sa mga bata is importante? So, I think that is all for my report. Thank you so much for listening. And once again, my name is Shuema Mukhtar from JED 115 YY section. Thank you.